Hi guys, thanks for joining me for another How to Draw Stuff with me, Calvin Innes. Okay, today we've got a nice easy one. This one should be fun. I'm going to show you how to draw an ice cream and then how to turn that ice cream into a character. Okay, first off we're going to start off with a triangle. And that is obviously our ice cream cone. At the top of it we need a little semicircle, this arch across the top there. You don't need too much more detail really. And then up here we're going to draw a little bit of a rectangle and bring that rectangle back in just over that line so it overlaps just a little bit. And then we can do a little wobbly line there, and that's where your flake kind of sticks into the ice cream. Now from this cone, from the top, we're going to follow around and do a few drips of ice cream down here. So these need to be slightly different lengths all over the place. Don't do them all exactly the same. And then on the top, let's put a little bit more kind of sort of sauce on there. So we're doing the same thing again. For our flake, let's just make that a little bit rough at the top. A little bit of a jagged line there. And a few simple lines down. Here we go. Now on your ice cream, if you want, you can draw on little sprinkles, kind of anything you like up there. Make it as detailed as you like. We're going to keep this one nice and simple. Now for the cone down here, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. Now we don't want this to be fully pointed at the bottom. You want to round it off a bit there, and back up again. And then from the bottom, we're going to follow some lines up. And these are starting to spread out a little bit. Look. Kind of like a sunburst all the way up, and then on the cone itself, starting at the bottom, we want to draw some curves, and it's curving upwards. So you can see that one, curving upwards, coming upwards again, all the way across. And by curving those lines upwards, your cone starts to feel a little bit 3D. And if you want to, stick a little bit of shading along one side, tiny bit on there, and that's it. At this point you can add a little bit of colour, add a few little extra drips on there if you like, but that is your basic ice cream. Now we're going to use that exact same sort of method to draw an ice cream character, and the only difference between that and an ice cream character is the character's got a bit of a face on it. So we're going to draw that triangle in, do the oval around the top. If you want to make that a little bit bigger, you can do. It's kind of up to you. We'll draw our flake up there. Now you notice on this flake, I've exaggerated it a little bit more, so it's a little bit wider at the top than it is at the bottom. You don't have to do that. It's kind of up to you. Then the biggest difference with this one and this one is we're going to put on the face. So let's go for two big, wide open eyes. And we'll go for a mouth, a surprised looking mouth there. Now using the same guidelines as before, let's just follow around, do a few drips. Again, you want these to be slightly different sizes. You don't want tons and tons of drips, maybe 4 or 5 over the whole thing. As you get to the top, again, let's do a little bit of kind of sauce on there. You can do a little bit dripping over the eyes if you want to. Behind that flake there. As we put the flake up again, kind of a little bit jagged on top, a little curved line at the bottom, so it looks like it's sinking into the ice cream there. Let's just go around those a bit darker so you can see. Some tiny little pupils in the middle, and then let's put a few sprinkles on there as well. Few lines down on the flake. So again, we've not got too many sprinkles, but just a few around there. And then on the cone, we can do the same thing we did before. Down to the bottom, round it a little bit at the bottom, so you don't want it too pointed. The sides, from the bottom down here, got our lines coming upwards. And then curve these lines upwards to make that feel a little bit more 3D. a little touch of shading, and let's have a few little drops on there as well. And there you go. You have your ice cream and your very, very simple ice cream character. So have fun with this one. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you all again next time.